you still grateful about what we talked last week? If you are, awesome. Mad respects. If you're not, then sit down and be grateful. What could you be grateful for? I don't know. That's up to you. It depends on your state of awareness. Maybe you're not aware that being alive is a miracle. I mean, do you really know the probabilities for you to be alive right now? It's basically impossible. Yet here you are with more things that anybody else, like a huge amount of people, would wish for. Think about that for a second. Breathe in, breathe out. And now focus on that. That thought of like, holy shit, I am a blessing, I am a miracle, I am incredible. And I just noticed that. When you get to that point where you feel that feeling of like holiness, hashtag marketing, that's when you are ready to set your goals. Why is this important? Because once you have this awareness of how blessed you are to be here, you understand that whatever comes next is also part of this journey, which is unbelievably amazing. But you must start from a place where you yourself realize just how much potential you have. You are 1 in a trillion. Like, I'm not kidding. Do the math. I don't do the math, but you can Google it or some shit. So the point is that when you start from this moment right now, where you feel like you are not part of the universe, you are the fucking universe. You are connected to it because you are it at the same time. It's hard to understand from a logical perspective, but think about this. Matter comes and goes. It transforms itself all the time. So a lot of the things that you have in your body right now probably were pieces of a star, or pieces of another planet, or who knows, maybe pieces of another person. But you keep transforming yourself over and over again. And once you pass away, you will transform into something else. And this process is infinite. So therefore, everything that exists right now is connected. And beyond that, it is all the same thing. Even though we perceive reality in a separated way, we're all just one thing. And let's be honest, would you be bad against yourself? Would you do things that are not beneficial for yourself? If you're a masochist, maybe. I mean, I get it, I respect that. But usually, common sense is that you would not go against yourself. So therefore, if you are connected to the universe and you are the universe based upon this logic, then you wouldn't do things that are not beneficial for yourself. Sure, sometimes there are going to be some accidents and some things that go beyond your control, but most likely, those obstacles that you're facing right now are actually things that are pushing you forward in order for you to become a stronger version of yourself. And that is going to make you be able to get new perspectives and new levels which you couldn't have reached before. And that's the fucking shit about life. When you feel like everything is wrong and everything is like completely destroyed, just focus on that point of oneness, where it all means something. And from that feeling, move forward. Now, you're in this feeling and you want to set a goal, or multiple goals, or infinite goals, and you don't know how to do it. You're focused so much on the planning and like, this must happen in order for me to do your thing, and I get it. Sometimes planning is useful. But it is more important to know what do you want to do and why do you want to do it in order to get to the how. Because life is unpredictable. Just as you have free will, everyone has free will. The fucking planet has free will. The fucking universe has free will. And if everything is moving on its own cause and effect, then whatever you think will happen can change. Of course, you will eventually reach your goal, but sometimes it's not going to happen the way you thought of it. And that's completely fine. Because if you adapt and flow with the ebbs and flows of the universe, it's much easier to achieve anything. Because you're literally swimming on the ocean instead of trying to like open your space in water that you can't hold on to. Because the universe has its own flow, and you either flow with it or you flow against it. And yeah, you can flow against it, But eventually the obstacles will be so ridiculous that you're just going to realize that it's much easier to just let go, surrender, and that way you get your power. Sounds paradoxical, but try it and you will see what I mean. So the first step is letting go of the how and focusing on what do you want to achieve and why do you want to achieve it. And when I mean why, I don't mean like, for example, I want to start a business because I want to get money. Like, give some context to that. Like, why do you want to get money? Is it because you want to help your family? Is it because you want to get some capital to get financial freedom? Like, whatever goal you have, whether someone else labels it as something morally acceptable or unacceptable, is up to you. Because some people will think that helping other people is completely bad, that you should help yourself before anyone else. And some people will say, hey, whatever you're thinking is completely fine. So try not to listen to the world too much and start by listening to yourself. Because regardless of what you choose, everyone goes the same path. We all have this indirect way of like growing up. And sometimes you must make bad decisions in order to get to the better decisions. But nobody can teach you that but yourself, through the experience of the things that you want to achieve. So the first thing is to connect that why. Ingrain it in your body. Root it in your chakras. Feel it in every single part of your body. Understand why do you actually want to do this. And it doesn't have to be something really complex. It can be a simple line or something that just moves you, a vision, an image, whatever. But it must be something that connects to you in a deeper way. Once you have that, then you must understand that the opportunities for you to achieve things are always out there. In fact, right now, in this precise moment, you probably have more opportunities than you're aware of. But the thing is that since you don't have a proper what and a proper why, you can't really see the opportunity. Or the other reason is that you don't want to see it because you're afraid of leaving your comfort zone. And that's completely fine. We're all afraid of it. We are all afraid of it. Even the people that seem completely successful in life, they are also afraid. But once they have that first step ingrained in their bodies, they have no other choice but to go through it. And at first, you must go through the small doors. I'm not asking you to like go insane and freaking jump out of, I don't know, your comfort zone and then step into something completely different and like get messed up. I mean, that would be awesome and that would like make you grow exponentially, but you don't have to do that in order to grow. Sometimes just knocking on the door is better than ignoring it. And by that I mean that sometimes it's better to just ask or find information or just like try to be around that area where you want to be involved in before actually taking a step. Because we all have different levels of confidence and we all have different ways of interacting with the world. You don't have to be like anybody else, but you must be like yourself. And only you can figure out how that works. So, become an opportunity hunter. And the third thing, which is the most hard to understand, is that motivation does not equal discipline. Motivation means that you feel inspired for a short term, usually, to do something. Sometimes you can get literally motivated every single day. But there's gonna be this one day where you say like, fuck this shit, I'm not gonna do it. Because I'm not getting what I want, obstacles are so hard, I don't have money, I don't have blah, blah, blah. Like you're gonna give all the excuses of the world and you're going to feel emotionally overwhelmed to do something. Sometimes you're gonna have to step back and rest. But sometimes you're going to feel lazy and you don't want to do it. And the only thing that will get you to do it is not motivation. It's not a TED Talk. It's not me speaking on a video. It's not music. It's not all this outside bullshit that pushes you to some like happy place emotionally, but not productively. But discipline. And what is discipline? Discipline is basically waking up, even if you don't want to wake up, to do the things you don't want to do for something that you want to do or to achieve in the future. Sounds complicated? Let me simplify it for you. If you wake up and you're hungry, you don't feel like cooking, but eventually you're starving so fucking much that you're going to eat whatever you find in order to satisfy your hunger. And just as you can be hungry, literally, for food, you can also be starving for success or for whatever it is that you want to achieve. But that starvation process must also come from within, not from the outside. Of course, you can, like put some things on the wall and try to like have a support team, and like I completely agree with all of that, but it all comes down to you. If you on an individual level do not push yourself forward, no one else will, no one else can, because you are the universe, and you are the only one who's responsible for that universe, and you are the only one who has the capacity and the audacity to change things for you. That's why it is important that you slowly and progressively develop that discipline. So let's do a quick recap, and let's stop doing this serious vibes because it's getting weird. So the first thing, get your what, whatever it is, and get your why. Find something that you want to do. Doesn't have to be like related to your studies, your career. It could be whatever. Like maybe, I don't know, I want to cook, or I want to like do cardistry, which is like magic tricks with freaking cars and shit. Or maybe you want to learn to play an instrument, or maybe you just want to do something different every day. I don't know, whatever it is, just start with something. Because like the more things you do, the more things you will want to do, because you become more active and it becomes kind of a habit. So, therefore, find a what, get that why rooted in your body, and that will lead you to the how. That's the first part. The second part, become an opportunity hunter. You must look for the opportunities and you must go for them, however it looks. Maybe it would be being around people, or maybe it would be talking to the people, or maybe it will be doing the damn shit you haven't done for a long time, like this video. And then the last part is to become disciplined enough to do whatever it takes, regardless of how motivated you are, regardless of how much you have had with the world. You do those three things and your goals will become achievements eventually. I can't tell you when, I can't tell you how, but I can tell you that if you have a why, it will become a reality. So, that was all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this little more organized, serious type of vibe. I'm always like experimenting and shit, and I actually wanted to do more edited video, but I was like, you know what, let's just keep it a rant, and then I'll do more other crazy shit. So yeah, what else did I want to talk to you guys? Oh yeah, if you haven't seen, this is the new logo for like the shit I'm doing right now. Oh, yeah. So that's the name, Holy, and that's the number 0058, which is not a hotline or some crazy shit, but it's the code number of my country, Venezuela. If you guys don't know where that is, you can go on Google and you'll probably find either two things: beautiful women, beautiful places, and beautiful stuff, or really shitty, nasty stuff that's happening right now. Both things are part of the same place, and it's completely amazing. And one day I might explain to you guys why that number is important for me. But for today, I don't want to like hassle you with more shit, and I think you had enough of me. So thank you guys for watching this video and for like interacting with me about your success and stuff. I'm always grateful to like receive comments or like messages or whatever the fuck it is. You can send me a fucking image if you don't want to speak. I love it. Thank you for that. The other thing is, you can find me on Facebook. You can also find me on Instagram and also on SoundCloud, and obviously in this channel, because you know, duh. And it's always gonna be Holy 0058. So you know, if you forget it, you can just say, "Oh, he told me this shit. Let me just." There we go. So, anyways, guys, thank you guys again for being here. I really hope that you guys are doing whatever we talked about last video. I'm watching you, motherfuckers. And yeah, that's basically it for today. So I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, an amazing week. I'll try to upload a song tomorrow ASAP. If not, it will come out like at midnight, but I promise you, some shit is coming. And with that being said, I'll make a video for next week, probably on the weekend. I think this is kind of like the moment where I feel most creative. So yeah, that's basically it. Please contact me if you need anything. Keep posting everywhere, and I'll see you guys next week. Semper nobilis, semper indicum. See you guys in the next video.